Hello everyone, buenas noches, buenos dias. How are we doing today? We are, as always, the data VTuber Uniko Erra, and tonight we are going to be picking up with our, honestly, game of the year at this point, Citizen Sleeper. If we'll recall, last we left off, we were getting into some stuff. We're getting into a few different things. We have what was it? Novend, the sentient vending machine, basically telling us to do some debugging of the systems of the space station we're on. We've got ship, the Ambergris, and what was her name? Ankita. We're getting a ship mined for them, or for the ship for them, and we've got Mina and Lem babysitting the child. And, of course, we were tasked with our beloved doctor, the one who gives us the juice to stay alive, to go hack the Mafia, which we've already done a couple times, so no big deal, but we'll see how well that pans out for us as we go on. So, we'll get right back into it with our extractor save, our main playthrough. And we've got our little loading screen, our little revolver barrel of a loading screen down there. Revolver cartridge? Revolver. What's the thing? The bit that holds all the rounds. Is that a cartridge? What do we call that? What? It's not the hammer. The hammer is the bit that makes the ammunition go pew. Oh gosh, that's gonna bother us now. The cylinder? So that's probably it. That would make sense. Cylinder is a pretty explanatory word for that part. But we are loading, we're thinking up, we're thinking how bad things are gonna be if the Nazi gets the Mafia gets a hold of us. There is it was a little bit of a misspeak, but Ethan probably doesn't have stellar views on people like us, so we do have them to worry about for recall as well. Ethan got their fucking ass kicked out of the bar, and now they're scheming. They're scheming over here. What they're scheming, we don't really care, because we've got some Mafia boys to hack. Or do we? Because we might have dice values that are too high for this. We might have this Heavenage. Oh yeah, and our friend Fang, who was supposed to take the fucking tracker out of our head so that Ethan wouldn't be a problem. MIA. That also happened. And what's their face? Stripping out their house. So we've got plans. We've got plans so far, but shit is not looking great for us. Yes, and we'll just go ahead and pick up here. Because this was where we left off last time, so we'll just... Well... That worked out better last time. And that worked out a lot better last time. But we've got 2 other 6s. Maybe we'll go up here, and we've not done a bunch in that section. Wasn't there another section? Oh, it's literally right below their apartment. Got it. Got it. Alright. Obviously, we're gonna do some gambling. Obviously. Oh, shit. Oh, that worked out. We have +3 cryo. Let's go. You duel with a sharp-eyed teenager blocking each other with careful moves. You win and the crowd chatters, clearly impressed. Okay. So we've got two two, 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 different drives here that need a little love, but well, it's a shame to waste a 6, but we'll go ahead and do it. All right, and here we go. Lem, buddy, you do not look great. You kind of look like shit right now. We'll be honest. Little dirty. A little bit dirty. A bit. Right. Let's see here. She's asleep, whispers Lem, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. You're perched at a thin bar in the main room, the slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring, the only world Mina has known, with stick figures standing alone along its edge. The tall one is you. Don't think this will that we'll forget about you calling us a robot, child, because of this. You may be cute, but you still call us a robot. Drink? Asks Lem. Or drink? Asks Lem, producing a worn-looking bottle of Griot from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Oh, we already have energy. No, we are responsible and we only take drugs that are necessary. Is that true? Actually, we've drank before. Sure, why not? Lem nods and clogs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, then sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side reel. He grins broadly. Clearly he has been desperate to tell you all cycle. It's not that amazing. We kind of beat you to the punch, my guy. But sure. All right. Yeah, we knew you could do it there, Lem. Way to go. Lem holds up his drink. Hey, at least you recognize who's the better in this situation. You did get there first, friend. I'll give you that. Yeah, you had a full head start on us, Lem. I guess that's just how bad you are at working. Worse than us. You should have picked Extractor. He looks away. Seriously, though, couldn't have done it without you, keeping an eye on little Mimi back here. Lem shifts on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. Hour? What do you mean, hour? Hour? What, you looking at a watch? There's no hour going on here. These flesh people, these flesh humans, and their misconceptions and their incorrect terminology. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. She's doing great. My guy. Of course she is. Who gave you permission to touch us? Playfully squeezes our shoulder. She talks about you a lot, you know? Draws you. I'm glad she has a friend that isn't me. His eyes drift to the bedroom door. What's your deal, buddy? You okay? You doing alright? He nods. I can't take all the credit from you now. Oh, gosh, isn't actually mine. Did this boy kidnap her? He gazes into the middle distance. I pulled her off a refuge shuttle I pulled her off a refuge shuttle out by one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solon collapse, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on these decrepit old shuttles. Each sloshed the drink around in his tumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here. Everyone spaced. The only reason she made it was because someone sealed her in a weapons locker. She was ice cold when I reached her, purple lips. He shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. He takes a drink, still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anyone's heroes, you understand? We were private military hired in by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it. I quit and got us dumped here. Well, her family probably spaced, but whatever. Let's ask. What about her family? The ones on the shuttle were dead when we arrived. Wasn't many cycles later when the colony fell too. I didn't dare take her to another grave. He looks around the decaying unit. Its strained plastic plating and flickering lights. At least that's how I justify it. He sniffs. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes, dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw sleeper? What then? The side wheel will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? Sorry. I know you don't have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes it away down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now, both of us in with a chance. Yeah. Exactly. There you go. Silver linings. We're definitely not in this together. This ain't High School Musical. You don't... I mean, we've got a backup plan, my guy. You should have a backup plan, too. Ugh. We'd rather not. Imagine all three of us riding the side rail horizon out of here to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast. He laughs. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. Okay, see you around. Bye. Peace. Alright then. He catches your shoulder. Who gave you permission to touch us, Lem? Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it. From both of us. He pats your shoulder, and you slip into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. Let's go ahead and just cycle those thoughts out. Let's clear the old recycling bin, so to speak. Alright, we've got 3 upgrade points. Let's go. We've been waiting for this. Alright, come on. Yes, yes. So, if we understand this correctly, with this hard to kill, we'll be able to do some shenanigans even when we're on the brink of death. We'll have 2 dice, no matter what. Minimum 2. And that's a pretty good fucking deal if you ask us. Alright. Somehow playing with a child energized us? I could have sworn we were introverts, and we shall end the cycle. Oh boy. Hello, yet again. We only need 1 more, right? And we'll just scoop this up, thank you. Alright, Unit 207F. Again. So we've not stopped to look at these in a while, but we just want to point out again how much we love the style of these models. These are like the super low poly, or at least they look like they are, but they've got such a good vibe to them. Such, like, we love the style here. We love what we see. Like all these, it's not a ton going on at all times, but like, I think there are cars. There are definitely cars down here at some point, or like some sort of trans. Yeah, there we go. Look at it. Look at that go by. And then like, the clinic here has like neon lights and it's like a little shady. And then like this whole apartment, like duplex here. Oh, that's the same one. We want to go down to this apartment. Thank you. Oh, we need two more. We need two more. And that's what we have another one for. And we'll just slurp up that data, please, and thank you. Alright, so we need to build a ship. Ooh, build a home. Gather materials. That's like, we can buy scrap, right? That's a thing we can do. What? Oh, sorry, we keep pressing the bang scumbox. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Alright. So this is where we can buy scrap, right? And that's where we get our ship mined. Oh my gosh, look at that. That ship's probably going to Draco's yard. Bastard. Fired us and everything. You need a ship mined. You need a ship mined. Everybody needs a goddamn ship mined, don't they? Oh, wait. Nope. We can't buy scrap there. We thought we could, but I suppose we were wrong. Alright. Let's slot that in. And ooh. That's Tambor then, huh? Okay, first thing first. We need some money. We just need to make sure we've got... Actually, need to make sure that we've got energy or... energy or food or money. Preferably both. Hopefully this one does both. So, we'll do some express delivery. Actually, we'll do noodle manufacture, because that says Mingy has a kelp stack in the basement and makes noodles from the seaweed. He doesn't pay much, but he'll feed anyone who does a shift. So presumably, we shall get food and money. Not too much, but, well, it did say it wouldn't do too much. But cryo is cryo. Cryo is cryo. Alright, we have successfully hacked Yadigan. Okay, we fucked around with the Space-Mafia, now it's time to find out. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of Yadigan data uploaded The air crackles with white noise. Sleeper? Sabine's voice, weaker than the before, comes through the haze. Just gonna listen. Ooh, okay. This is not a recording, Sleeper. Please, I don't have much time. The call must be coming in from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if yet again are monitoring me. Their voice is distant, hushed. You try to focus on it. The data you've been bringing in from Yadigan agents. There's something in it I don't understand. A shrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants. Records of integration with their nervous systems, performance analysis, error, rates, usage data. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips under the level of the noise, like a swimmer slipping beneath the water. You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Sabine re-emerges. Has to be somehow baked into their wetware's interference. And that's not all. The systems compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Why would anybody want to broadcast their position? Last time that happened to us, we got our ass kicked. Twice. Every Yadigan enforcer is equipped with black market implants. Retinol enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressants. These implants are gathering data on themselves. On the enforcers' bodies, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. But I promise you, these foot soldiers have no idea this is going on. The background tone switches, dropping to a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Yadigan could have a mutiny on their hands. You lean towards the terminal, straining to hear Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to put this all together. But this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick into releasing my debt. Who the fuck is Yannick? Okay, that makes sense. Similar sounding names. Not very original. Is Yannick, huh? He's one of the heads of Yadigan. They pause. It's better you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly, a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whispered, panicked. I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. Then the sharp crack of a disconnect and silence fills the apartment. You step back from the terminal. What does Yadigan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder, his mirrored teardrop implants set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering, and more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yadigan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also that glazed look of recognition that they gave you when they first met you. That look stays in your mind as you slip back out of the apartment, glancing around you as you close it up and drift into the corridors of the station, unable to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. 4 cycles. Painful patience. Waiting for Sabine to be ready makes you anxious. If Yadigan finds out what they're up to, ... Alright, and before we call it a day here, before we end the cycle, we'll give them some gum. We're gonna Girl Scout this shit. You feel stupid doing this, but the penguin says, take me to Tambor, and this is the only Tambor you can find. Neutral outcome. The waitress looks at you with suspicion as you hand over the box. Is this the right place? As you go to leave the Tambor tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper! Sleeper! Fang hisses from behind you. How did you find me? The penguin. The penguin? What are you... He thinks for a second. Oh, do you mean... He mimes throwing gum in his mouth. wasn't meant for you specifically, but he cringes. Look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Fang guides you down a set of stairs to one of Tambor's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Fang sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though you can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth, itself fashioned in some old salvage tank or container, lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Heavenage types. They don't usually come out this far. Only you. Huh. Not anymore, I'm afraid. Suspended, without appeal. Turns out Hardin has someone's ear. He grins. Doesn't bother me, though. It shows you hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy, hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Honestly? No. What's the plan? Come on, Fang. We don't want to look at the menu. We don't give a shit why they're called. Get the tracker out of our head. What's the plan? Plan. He waves his hand. Let's order first. Fang is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out, but the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed, without a price, as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Fang doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous he might actually believe that Erlen would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Heavenage was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down from at any council meeting he dared mention true citizens. He sighs. But I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo sneaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. You order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. A sandbar Eric? Oh gosh. Did we just waste all of our money on some, ridiculous kind of space steak? Fang raises an eyebrow as she notes it. And you, she begins, looking to Fang, but when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Fang shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift. He grins sheepishly. You work here? Fang waves you to be quiet. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Hello, Jenna. We'll wave. Fuck you, Fang. Get this shit out of our head. Fang doesn't look pleased. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Fang, and only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? Fang stretches out in the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, he leans in. This is the best place to be looking here to find a person you might be looking for. Who the fuck are we supposed to be looking? Motherfucker, we're looking for you. Get this out of our head. Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the Eye, those are the people we have to find. This feels like you're sending us on another wild goose chase, Fang. Fang is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them. I suspect they're in the low end. Well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate out onto the table. I've set this up so that when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes in close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first, hence me moonlighting as a raider. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Yeah, I bet you do. Look, I can't get enough of the low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With two of us, we could cover more ground. What are we getting into? Well... Fang has a hangdog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, and close proximity to as many people and residences as possible. And it turns out my friend Mingy needs some help with deliveries. As in the Mingy Express? So I already know him. Perfect. Fang places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you go near any of our targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Mingy, and soon enough we'll have the whole place covered. No. No. Wait. He glances around. Don't give me that. You think I like working here? I thought you could use the tips. We're in this together, right? Are we, Fang? Because you made us a promise to get some shit out of our head, and there's still shit in our head. Yes, you think Hardin is happy to have you wandering about the place? He might have let you wander off now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This is on you too. Fang slips his slate back under his clothes. Just head up to Mingy Express, take a delivery shift, and we'll see what shakes up. If you manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here to me. They have me on double shift, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past carrying a tray of drinks and sharply catches Fang's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink. He stands. I think it's time we call this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe. Fang adds before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. This son of a bitch. This son of a bitch. This absolute... When are we getting the tracker out of our head? We kind of have a problem not of our own making, whose name is Ethan. And we kind of need Ethan to fuck off for, like, ever. Come on, Fang. Alright. Well... we have a lot of stuff to do. And we're still sleeping in an empty container. We're still in an empty container, y'all. Alright, well... not much point. Well, so we've got our plan A, which is getting out of here on the ambergris. I guess we've got plan B, which is stay here, but also disable this tracker, and not die one way or another. And we've got plan C, which is get on that side wheel ship. Oh. Alright. Well, we've got a 2 and a 1. So we're gonna... One of these. That's not good. That was not great. That was not good at all. And how do... We have to get... Right, the ship mine for Novend. Come on, baby! 1 on the dice. Let's go. Negative outcome. Okay. Emphas, my boy. Hello. You're not up here. Let's do... Mingy Express. Okay. 9 cryo, things targets. Somehow you find all the units you were supposed to be delivering to, but not without cutting back on yourself multiple times. Alright. Now we go to Emphas. And we're down 15 cryo. Aww. We broke. We broke as hell. We so broke. Oh, what are those? What are those garbage rolls? Oh my god. Negative outcome, just 1 energy. Oh my... What are you talking about? Alright, here we go. 1 on the die. We're not getting anything done today. 1 on the die. Not you. You know what? It's a 1 on the die. What are the odds we can hack some dopey, dumb, fucking overworked, stiff-tied Heavenage agent? Is 0, because we have a 1 and we need a 2. Okay, understood. Got it. Got it. Okay. We have been told to fuck right off, and we understand completely. We will not be selling any ship mine fragments. No, sir. No, thank you. Okay, low end. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Can we get a... We can't get a 0, right? Absolutely. We're not going to lose any money. Come on, neutral outcome. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, neutral outcome. Perfect. Hello, who's this? Data fence. Ooh, hello. You cross between 2 walls of units, one of the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clock of Tavala, the shouts of children, and the whir of air filters. Ooh, you look dope as hell. Sleeper. You turn to see a man sitting at a Tavala table alone. Pavla. Somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool opposite of him. Sit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You sit at the middle stool and he starts setting out the board with counters, or at least their filter caps. Low-enders typically use their place. Caster. He says by way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day? He asks, gesturing at the caps, crudely splayed white and black. Night. Nighttime. Let's go. He nods. The black counters are already on your side. Let's begin. You take a plastic dice, each pitted and worn, and you roll to determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6, you roll a 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hand as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Castor speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It's unusual to see a sleeper on the eye, so I wanted to play you. You take your turn, rolling a 5 and a 6. Big dumb, no thoughts. Big dumb, no thoughts. Play aggressively, never carefully. Always take a risk. After all, a sleeper's mind must be somehow different to a human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Castor talks, you target his counters, halting his progress but exposing your caps as you do. I don't mean to offend you. Castor meets your eye. I merely see that you're by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added? He stacks a wall of counters, a boundary you must break. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about the sleeper? About what you were before this and what you are now? Big dumb, no thoughts. No, sir, we do not. You roll a double 6 and slide your caps out of danger. Castor sucks his teeth. A running game, I understand. Why look back when you can look forward? He rolls the dice and strikes your exposed cap, sending it back to the beginning. But there are limits, sleeper. We all come from somewhere, you more than any of us. Past you is not just an idea, concept for you, it's a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives, unaware of your fate, no matter what it may be. He hands you the dice, smiling. You're a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again, under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Castor before he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is to see how you see yourself in all of this. What does this tangle of truth make you? Honestly, my guy, we're fucked. We are just a little doomed. Just a little bit. This, he nods. It's hard to disagree with. Castor looks away through the glass to the crowded units on all sides. Oh, I wish it wasn't true. He starts removing caps, his home board now full. But I wonder if you're more doomed than the rest of us. Or any more doomed. You try a few more rolls, attempting to get back in the game, but Castor clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. It is known he was winning for a while. Feel it may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return a cap to the board, but all spaces are blocked. Castor claps his hands apologetically. You play well. Really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up on his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with the last word. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It's over. He has won. Well, Mr. Castor, we are very good at retrieving data, so I'll see. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here, if I'm able to feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more, the call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments, and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave, Castor nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening you are sure was there. We can only sell these datas. Alright. Alright, my guy. Ethan's out here. He's about to try some shit, isn't he? Okay. The scrap hauler should be in pretty soon. With that, we shall end our cycle. A 6 and a 1. How many till Hunter comes to run our shit? Out again. No, we don't want a 6. We don't want to use the 6. We use the 1. Extract some data. And let's go ahead and just sell that right off already. Oh, no, 5. We need 5. Well, okay. Oh, the scrap haulers should be in. Alright, we got a big ol' 6. And how much do we need? Oh. Well. What, didn't we just buy scrap? We're confused. We're confused. What the fuck we just did? Where's our scrap? Encrypted key, shipmine fragment, stabilizer. Did we just get juked? God damn it. Alright, what do you want? What do you want? That's upsetting. That's very upsetting. Well, we can't do anything with any ship mines until they get in, so. We just keep hemorrhaging money here, don't we? We are dying, and we need stuff. We have one medicine. We have one body juice, so that's good at least. Our plans are fading. Oh boy. Fast. Oh boy. Miss me? Ethan smiles a ragged smile at you. Bye! Ethan follows along, and you notice he's limping. Come on, Sleeper, just a little joke. I know you've got a sense of humor. You look at him. He's paler than usual, hunched. Go die in a ditch, Ethan. He's sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. There's no way to greet an old friend. Get lost, jackwagon. Ethan's face drops along with a pretense of friendliness. I think you want to hear this, Sleeper. I think, he says rapidly, shaking his head, you'll really want to hear this. Doubt it. Fuck off. Die in a ditch. Ethan ignores you. This is big, really big stuff. About you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. He's probably coked out of his mind or something. Probably on space heroin. You remember how as an ARP canceled a contract with you? The contract I was going to collect? Fuck off, Ethan. Seriously? Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything. But let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. So what did you think that was? I was just glad to be done with you. Oh, the feeling was mutual. Except... Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old S&R gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who's even more of a shithead than yours truly. He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. Who? Ethan grins. That's the question, isn't it? Ethan fishes around in his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends, you see, some colleagues, and about what went down. It turns out S&R canceled all their bounty contracts, the whole lot. Seems they brought someone in-house. Some guy who did so well on their last contract, they got offered a job. He leans in. Apparently, he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. The smuggling sleepers out from under S&R's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. Ethan whistles. You call them Hamrick or Mayrick or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forgot. What do you want? Why are you telling me this? Because I'm your friend, Ethan says, looking you in the eye, and friends help each other out. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought to light, seems like you're in need of some protection. We're not paying you, Jack, Ethan. Easy, I'll get to that. He looks down the corridor. I, meanwhile, am in need of some assistance, in kind. Turns out I upset some people at the compressor last time we were there. The, owners. They'll say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. So get your ass a fucking job. Seems they're that kind of businessman. He grimaces. I would pay them, but... He shrugs and turns his jacket pockets inside out. In mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. Then work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him now. I came here and told you this. You think anyone is out looking out for you? You're in a contract. You're a contract, a name on a list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. Sorry, he hisses. I'm sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours. He sighs. You think I want to go up this guy? But us. He jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed, and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other. Straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. Well, think about it. I'm at the compressor every cycle, working. He pauses. Just think about Mayrick. Think about that cold eye S&R shit on his right here from the core systems. He smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corner, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Abso-fucking-lutely not. No way, my guy. What's the deal over here? Scale the spoke. Listed with precarious elevators and stairways, the spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Let's go! Let's do it! Ooh, ow. Let's do it again. Okay, ow. A passageway spirals you around the spoke in a wide curve, and the process is exhausting. Finding your way back makes things worse. Okay, so that was not great for us. And we gotta work. We gotta do some jobbage. Alright, Sabine. 4 cycles, Sabine said, and here you are. Right on time with no sign of them. You wait a while in the apartment, the dread descending as the cycle spins onwards. They should be here. Check the terminal. You check and double check. You check and double the terminal for messages or recordings. Nothing. Just the pale glow, the silence. Check the door. You pace back and forth around the apartment, the rumbling of the station suddenly so present and loud. You go to the door and open it to an empty corridor. You close it again. Wait. You try to settle down, to wait. You sit on the bunk and stare out at the tiny room. Where the hell are they? A knock at the door. Stay still. Another knock. Stay still. Hold on. Nope. Yep. That's not good. That's not good. A flash, small and possibly bright, cuts through the handle of the door. It soundlessly swings open. A figure stands in the door, and immediately you know it is not Sabine. They're taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. That dark shape, like a stubby baton, hangs loosely from her hand. Our local sleeper. Good to finally meet you. She steps into the apartment, glancing around with sharp eyes. What, may I ask, are you doing here? She fixes you with a steady, unwavering stare. Waiting for a friend? Would you believe that? Of course, a mutual friend of ours, the good doctor. She walks past you into the apartment, glancing around. You set them up here, you know. This place is one of ours. She picks up a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. She glances at you. And I suppose you are here to help? No? What then? An opportunist? Even better. She spins the baton in her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. It seems our friend has disappeared, left without even saying goodbye, which means they are in a little trouble now. Fang won't get this thing out of our head. And now this lady runs off to who knows where with our medicine. Fuck this space station. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for, so I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole, and here you are. The help. She looks through the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper, no less, which I have to admit is a little surprising. It suggests to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you either. Yeah, what do you mean? They know a sleeper. We want to spill the beans. Well, I'm sorry to report that before we got them set up here, Sabine was working for your owners. She pauses. S and ARP. You blink hard at the news, unsure how to take it. Rabia looks away, waiting for a response. Honestly, this tracks for everyone on this shitty space station. That tracks. She crosses into the next room and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access ports. A spark, then the terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of files, you see S and ARP letterheads and code forms, reports laden with medical data marked with corporate logos signed like the sigil of some cult. Rabia steps away from the terminal. Look all you want. Some of your files might even be in there. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation tests, surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was an SNARC employee, why did they help you? Rabia reaches over and places a vial of stabilizer on the desk. Rabia, you are our new second best friend. Yes. Ankitas are right out of here, so they're our best friend. They get top spot, obviously. But this is a very close second. Very, very close. Yeah, when do we start hunting her down? Let's go. Are you testing us? Is this a test? Are we jumping the gun here? Are we jumping the baton? Rabia reaches over and places a vial of stabilizer on the desk, breaking your concentration. It shimmers in the screen light, its viscous, clear liquid crystalline within the glass. We will, of course, keep up the supply. We are more than able to dispense important medicines even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment, you have the urge to crush this object. No, we don't. The power it has over you. Oh, sure, for that. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. He'll be running the surgery now. Rabia closes up with the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course, but I'm sure you understand. Rabia turns on her way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I work in an office nearby. We may have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few cycles. Yes, ma'am. She slips out silently into the corridor. You look around the apartment and feel the fear drain out of your body to reveal the tiredness beneath. Yes. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. You give us juice. How much is it? 80? That's more manageable. It's not great still. But, hey, a discount's a discount, right? Mayrick. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, Ethan says Mayrick is on their way. You'll need to leave the station, get protection, or disable your tracker before they arrive. Okay, we should... Perk active, hard to kill. Hell yeah, we are. Okay, 2 cycles, and we have our completed ship mind. We just need to get Fang. What is this? Rabia's office, couple days. Okay. We good? Uh-oh. OBS. OBS, please. Speak to us. Okay, there we go. Looks like everything is back. Alright. Now. We need to get Fang to disable this fucking tracker. So. We have 2 bouts of stabilizer. Alright, OBS is acting funny right now. I'm not sure if this is... Give us just one moment, and we'll see if there's something that we can do. It just dropped twice. So give us one moment. Okay, we apologize for that. There were a couple warning signs showing up on our OBS here, but we think should be good. It might be that conditions where Yana and us aren't that great right now, but warning signs are gone, so we'll just hop right back in here. What were we doing? We were thinking about doing a bar shift, but we also don't really care. We just need money. So let's go back to Mingy's Express. We'll get a hefty tip here and get Feng to finally pull this thing out of our head. Alright. Sleeper! You see Feng coming up the corridor as you step out of Mingy's. A kelp noodle smell still clinging to your clothes. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long to take peace. Feng palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives. Ripper worms. The slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery shifts have turned up our 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. Feng, we didn't say you could touch us. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. Alright, Feng. We know the drill. We do this for you, and then you don't do anything for us in return. We get it. This is how it's going to be. Good to hear it. He smiles. Harden's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Stop the reforms in those ports, one each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored in Harden's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. What? We'll be honest, Fang, we fully just spaced out because we know you're gonna just use us. Buzzing like crazy, good to hear it. Okay. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, most likely on their way to place an order with Ming-Yi. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny ripperworm drives in your pocket and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jen will be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Alright. Oh, great, we need a 6. Great, that's fantastic. That's great, that's totally cool. A 5, we need a 6. Okay, well, at least there's only 2 of them this time. Well, that's not happening. How many cycles does this last? That is like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's like 26 cycles. So we have like a month. And that is basically the same. Yeah, sorry, Mina. Sorry, Lem. Hope y'all get where you need to go. That ain't gonna involve me. Alright, end this cycle. Alright, we should probably... Alright, we've got 5, so we can... do up one of Hardin's agents here. Yeah, we know, Hunter. Alright. Slot that Ripper Worm in there. Alright. We don't want to see you quite yet. And... oh, one more day. One more day till we have what's hopefully our way out of here. Okay. What was the other one? That was up further, right? Right. We will manufacture some noodles. Neutral outcome, that's good. I'll chomp on some noodles. Alright. Rabia. As you approach the address Rabia gave you, a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? Oh, not that. The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of the strength her implants gave her. As you turn, you see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabia and Toshiro, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks. Oh, Rabia. Oh, hello. You looked more blue last time we met. Gia, please, the sleeper's here by my invitation. At Rabia's command, the hand immediately loosens and an apologetic look places a scowl on Gia's face. Of course, Rabia, I'm sorry. Rabia waves her away. Don't you worry, I appreciate your protective instincts. She smiles at the enforcer. How about you head to the tambour? They have a delivery coming and they'll need some help with the lifting. Gia nods and walks away. So, sleeper, you came. I'm glad. I was curious. We were curious. Curious is good. She smiles a tight smile. You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on the station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. We'll be a little cheeky. No big dumb, no thoughts. Not yet. Yes, it panned out. Hell yeah. She laughs. I like your sense of humor, but let me ask you a serious question for a moment. Rabia begins walking and gestures for you to walk with her. She takes you down a staircase into the bustling walkways of Low End. What do you know about Yadigan? You run Low End. That's long and short of it. She laughs. That sounds impressive. We run out of the Low End, yes, we don't run it. People with carts push past, moving crates of supplies around thin and winding passages. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We're framed as, are we getting invited to be part of the Mafia? This is what we wanted all along. Or, yes, please, let us join. We thought this was the fuck around and find out, but this is the fuck around and get recruited. Yes, this is amazing. Oh, we hope this works out. Oh, please pan out. We're framed as aggressors, parasites, and criminals. She gestures around the people in the passageway. But when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye? A policeman? Who makes the laws here? Doesn't seem like anyone does. Kind of feels like a free-for-all sometimes, you know? This is true. The eye is lawless. So it's up to us to make it work for us. But I don't imagine you think that this is a good thing. If you had spent your time in the Low End, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Erlen's time. They didn't need to house thousands and keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later, when the refugees started arriving. Rabia meets your eye. The collapse didn't just happen here, on this station. When Solon collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned, the moons of Ember and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold it together, and some fled. The Eye became a refuge, and Erlen, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. But many within his organization disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple to corral as they hoped. Rabia leads you through a small market, busy with small stalls and traders. Erlen's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into the hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yadigan is a child of that conflict, a child born out of need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security, strength. People call this a gang, but we're a community. Yeah, that's what all gangs say. It's like what is it, the King of the Hill meme. Like, is this the cult? It's like, we're not a cult, we're a group of, like, yup, this is the cult. This is the cult, indeed. Whatever. We know this is a gang. You don't have to sugarcoat it. Or we want to join. How do we join? We already sold the rights to our mind away. I mean, what, you know, actually, if we join the gang, will that Maywick or Candlewick or Jack jumping over, will they fuck off? This might be good. This might be very good. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth I have worked to earn it. Rabia catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while among the shells and textures of the low end. You start to wonder if this place could be a home for you too. Where do I come into this? Rabia smiles to herself and thinks for a moment before she responds. I believe that you understand the importance of a refuge. So, I also believe that you wish to help keep this place safe. She exhales quietly. For this reason, I would like you to trust me. I do not know what Sabine told you about us, but I imagine it was not good. I'll be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yadigan. An ex-corporate employee? Yeah, for real. Fuck the corpos. Are we right, or are we right? It goes against our nature, but their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance and made sure Sabine had their surgery. Kept it supplied. That was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on the promises they've made to us. Yadigan has not lasted this long because it's a charity. If we offer and ask for support, any betrayal will be treated as an attack. Who is Yannick? Yannick is one of the heads of Yadigan. They guide us. He is the newest to be elected. He is an elder. Sabine found something, or I don't trust any of you. If we want to earn their trust, being upfront with them is probably the better option right now, right? Not being like, oh, we don't trust you. No. Like, hey, here's what we were doing. Also, is that a sleeve? Or is that like a sleeve? Are those tattoos, or is that like part of their clothing on their baton arm? Is that like a machine covered with like an exoskin or something? Like a false skin? Oh, that's so cool. We want to join the gang. Sabine found something. Full snitch. Oh, we've probably ragged on someone before for snitching, but full snitch. They're a corpo. Never snitch on anyone unless they're a corpo. Exception to the rule. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. If they only wanted to escape their debt, they would have said anything. But where are they now? To stand behind their claims. We'll find them. Let's find them. As will we. No, no, we want to join. Let us go with you. You realize that Rabia has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up the staircase to the walkway where you met. You're free to go, sleeper. I've said what I wish to say. She looks out through the windows of the walkway. I would protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. This is it. This is our inn. This is our inn. She turns back. However, if you too wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You'll be able to see yet again, to see the lower end with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, she pauses to consider her words. I'll not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Rabia leaves, slipping back into her office while you stare at the countless units, each a home, each with a story that make up the low end. Yes, 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 yes! Here's our inn. Where is it? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Where are you? Gather materials? Oh, damn it. Oh no. These motherfuckers don't come in for another day. Okay. One more cycle. Hopefully this doesn't kill us fully. We're low on the juices, but okay. Merchant freighter, come on. Haggle over prices. Oh, we can only buy one. Damn it. No, wait, that's all we need. What fabricator? Yes, ship mines. And it looks like we've got an upgrade point. Hard to kill. Well, we can't do anything there yet. But what can we do? Honestly, that's not a bad deal. Interface, work with numbers. What else are we going to do? What was that? Obsessive habit. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. Is that? Oh, yes. Oh, we should, again, with hitting the discounts after we buy shit. Whatever. We've got our shit mined. Oh, look at that. 20% discount. Oh my goodness. We have 7 cryo. We need money now. We need money yesterday, actually. Good service. Great. We've got some cryo. Don't care. Oh, where are you? You are also useless to me. Alright, come on, baby. Let's go. Well, is there anything else we can do first? We don't just want to throw our dice at whatever, right? At first it was like, sure, do whatever. Now we've got shit to do. Ooh. I don't care about Ethan's stat. We're joining the Yadigan. We're part of the gang if this doesn't work out. Sorry, Novend, but it is what it is. Oh, hell yeah. And we've got another upgrade point. This is going to be 2. No. Yeah. Efficient extractor, engineer, interface. Let's upgrade our engineering. Alright, what do you want, Tala? The grill slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale grassy yellow under the overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff. The stuff that Tola says is aged in wooden casks, stored in some closed-off part of the old station among corroded wires and softly looping systems. Sometimes it's hard to tell if Tola is joking. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers and you rub them together. You can smell the mossy drink cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it too. The aged grill is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there. Like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Get to work. You pull a rag from your overalls and wipe down the bar. The grill smell lifting, disappearing into the stale station air. The overlook is quiet this cycle. The salvagers busy offloading, the regulars likely at the art exchange or queuing for work at the Heavenage shipyards. So you are in the right mood for a quiet shift. Some cycles drag along, the overlook empty and claustrophobic, but this one has caught you just right, and in this moment, some kind of calm has descended as you tinker away at the bar, lining up the bottles as your thoughts expand to fill the space. Suddenly, you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming to the floor. Shit! Tala breezes in from behind it, a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit. Yeah. What's up? Sleeper! She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. Alright, let's go. Coming. We're going. You come around the bar and get to one side of the tank. Okay, says Tala. On my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the heavy tank up to standing. Somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where is this going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Oh, shit. Tala looks at you apologetically. I know you like those. Whatever. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... Francis? Who's Francis? Francis! I mentioned him already. My guy in the door deals with suppliers. Tall. She sighs. He was supposed to be back from Etonese up in the Greenway by now. Back with our griot. She leans against the tank. Seems like he's got lost again, or joined the Haifa commune. We need that griot. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to Overlook for the ambiance. She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. She smiles. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. You look around the dank back room. It does need some work. She picks some paint flaking from the metal walls. Oh, I might need some help, though. She shrugs. You up for it? She knocks on the tank again. Could be fun. Not sure. You're the only person in this backwater space station that is nice. Okay. She grabs you by the shoulders. Tala, we didn't say you could touch us. I'm excited. She turns around and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half. One half for fermentation, the other we turn into a still. We also need to gather the ingredients. She turns back and looks at you. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer. She smiles. So how about you build the still and tub while I work on the rest? Oh, wait, Sleeper. I have an idea. Tala is grinning now, and it is making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here too? Will it fit? I'll make it work. She turns back to the tank. Oh, this is gonna be great, she says to herself. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping begin. The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. Great. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. +1. There's that engineering skills. Alright, but first, we've got to get the fuck out of here. Ankita, our friend. Hello, our best friend. Our friend who's going to get us out of here. You drop the shipmine core onto the galley table with an emphatic bang. Ankita spins around from where she'd been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper. Did you actually land a shipmine? She rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Oh shit, it might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. Where'd you get it? Trade secret. No, we built it. Built it? Oh well, you are full of surprises. Ankita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new shipmine. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankita puts the shipmine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need some help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today, either. Looks like my good karma's finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers. Nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timetable. I found them. The thieves? Exactly. Well, the thief. Singular. She points out a name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Cady. It was his pass that was used to access Amber and slice the shipmine. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen or something, but it turns out he crossed the Founders Gap the very next cycle. How do you know that? I know some of the crew over at the ferry. Old mercs that makes sense, you look like a mercenary. Used to run in an outfit that worked with. I saw them in the Overlook and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifest and there he was. Looks suspicious, but he hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground. She flexes. He won't get far, though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the wastes. So, what now? Now I fit the ship mind. That's the first priority. She pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Sure. How? It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station or bury himself so deep in the waste no one will ever find him. But you. Ashton doesn't know you. All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks, and he will have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him? You locate him? Ping me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing as this is merc work, I'll be happy to give you merc pay. She shifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left, so how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this code, I'll pay up. 200 cryo, nothing less. What do you say? She meets your eye. Yeah, sure. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good, I owe you. We're not going to tell this woman off for touching us. Ugh. Look at this woman. She is intimidating. She lifts the shipmine up onto her shoulder with worrying ease. Intimidating. I'm gonna go get this fitted into Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Astron's hiding, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thanks. I appreciate it. Ankita stomps off into the guts of Amber, with the shipmine leaving you in the galley. You glance around, sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. Alright, so we've got 4. How much is this? 20% off? 32 cryo. That's not a ton. That is a lot, actually. Fuck it. We'll work. Well, we don't have a whole ton of work options. Hopefully... No, don't want to order fungus. That's the wrong one. Well, we just cannot get the right one, can we? Alright, here we go. Hopefully this pays something. Come on, baby. 15 cryo. Okay, that's good. We'll take it. And with that, we will also take... Well, let's give it some time. Build up some cryo. What we are going to do, though, is inject some of this shit. There we go, baby. Feeling better. Feeling alive. Let's go. End cycle. Because we also need to get more... Oh, meds? Come on. What are these rolls? Absolutely not. Okay, well... This is fine. Noodle manufacturer. Negative outcome. You mess up a batch and Mingy docks your pay. Makes you eat the results. The noodles are unpleasantly gooey. Well, you know what? As long as we're getting food. Another negative outcome. Okay. Well, we'll just keep getting negative outcomes until... There we go. Could they help you settle on I? And with this, we're supposed to be giving them what again? Oh. Hello. Patrol the ward, collect tithes. Yadigan operates on an in-kind basis, you are told, and tithes of goods or services must be collected in exchange for protection and administration. Sure, let's go with it. Negative result. Oh, neutral outcome. Let's go. Among the craftsmen and merchants, you visit a chef who insists on feeding you with, and the other enforcers, a rich stew of his own recipe. Okay, okay. Yadigan Insider. Oh boy. $80 cryo for passage to the Greenway. 32 cryo for the other part of the ship mind. And 80 cryo for our juices. So we need like 200 cryo in total, give or take. Alright, and we're definitely not opposed to working. Oh, come on. Well, that was a shit hand anyways. Okay. What we got today? Come on, baby. Show us something good. Show us something good. Big money. Big, Alright, well. I'm gonna collect some more tithes. True outcome. Oh, we got some stuff. And noodle manufacturer. Just to some free food. And oh, we need a 6 for the other. We need a 6 for this son of a gun. Alright. Come at us, Hunter. Yep, there you are. Alright, put that in. Alright, we good? We good? Alright, we are good. So we've got to go back to Feng now. I think today's the last day to get that shipment fragment, right? So let's snag you. Thank you. And oh wait, wasn't there a place? Now, what items do we have? We have Yadigan data, which we're absolutely not selling. Alright, well, we'll make some noodles. Hope for a neutral outcome here. Okay, 8 cryo. That's good. That's good. Alright. Okay, so this cycle cannot end until we talk to Fang. But we think we're going to leave it talking to Fang for next time. I'm gonna call it here for tonight. All right. Well, that will conclude tonight. cutting it just a bit early. Because we've got some stuff going on that Yana and ourselves have to be awake early for tomorrow. So we are going to call it and pretty much go to sleep immediately after. But yes, as always, thank you if you've made it this far. We, as always, gonna be back on Sunday. We are going to hopefully be playing Elite Dangerous space flight simulator with a heavy sort of role-playing aspect to it. We've only recently got into it, and there's some shit going down. There's some shit going down in Elite Dangerous. So we'll see how we deal with that. But yeah, off tomorrow as always. And that's all that we have for tonight. So as always, we hope you have a good day or good morning or good night wherever you are. And we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.